Okay, the recording has now started. Hopefully it captures everything well. Yeah, seems to be working fine. Okay, so first of all, the this session is about WordPress, and why specifically WordPress? Because I realized that not many people who have been through colleges or the courses realize that you can build your websites even with zero code knowledge, right? And that means that you can create your portfolio websites. You can create website for e-commerce. You can so e-commerce, any mom and dad store, any small stores that are there. You can create websites for blogs, your own personal blogs, for a blog for anybody else, landing pages for websites, marketing websites, digital marketing websites. So a lot of websites could be just built with WordPress without having any coding knowledge, and even that makes you skilled enough. And the more you delve into WordPress, the more you realize that you will gain some programming language maybe, and then with that knowledge even you are quite useful for the industry, in the sense that you are able to build a lot of web products with the plugins, with plugins like WooCommerce or Shopify or many other things. You would be able to build these websites. So I was working with three people. Unfortunately, I think they are not in this call today, but we have built some websites with them. Like we are building some websites with them. We are almost at the end of delivering one project, and so those people are in this group and I found them here. So and that is why we are doing this WordPress. So what is WordPress? So WordPress is a content management system, CMS. So I'll just go to wordpress.com. Here you will see that okay, so you see, okay, I am on some site already. I was creating this website. Let me just log out of this. Log out. Where do I log out from? This one. Okay, so if you go to wordpress.com, you will be amazed to see that 43% of the websites that you see across internet. So nearly one out of every two websites that you see is built on WordPress. And WordPress gives you a platform through which you can choose various themes that you want to do. Websites like these are very easy to build. You don't need to always code to build these websites. I'm pretty sure that many of you would have tried something like WordPress before, or might have tried just WordPress before, and you would know already this. But if you didn't know already, what we will try to do in this particular session is start from the basics, where we'll go to AWS, create a EC2 machine. On that EC2 machine, we'll install WordPress, and after installing WordPress, we'll get it present on the web. We'll try to access it through the internet, and then we will try to create a website if that time permits. So we will finish by 11:30 a.m. That is the target right now. But any questions about why WordPress? What is WordPress? Or what is a content management system?
Yes, sir. I have a question. Like,
Mm-hmm.
why did you choose WordPress for this session? Like, is
Mm-hmm.
it going to be helpful for the future?
It is
What is the benefit?
so okay. So since many of the people here are looking for a job, and this being their first job, they need to show a lot of projects to the people, right? A lot of portfolio websites to the people, and the more they show, the more the easier it gets for them to have their resume shortlisted. Also, being able to create their own portfolio website. Now, because they want to do these kind of work, going and programming every single thing from scratch and building front end or back end, and then creating a portfolio website, and then being able to put a link on the resume is a long task. You can do one maybe in 15 days, a good one, but then with something like WordPress, you'll be able to do it much faster. So that is why it gives benefits to people to create these websites on their own self. Um, in terms of our own development, we might use WordPress for one or two websites, but simple websites. But the main purpose of the training is to learn programming, and that is why our main focus will be towards programming itself.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so okay, let's say you are a news website. For example, you are a news website, and in a news website that you are building, you have got news editors who are continuously adding news every day, adding news items to the website. Now you cannot always go to a developer and say, you know what, आज ये news add करना है, go and add this news. So they will go and add another block of code and add in their content. They won't do this, right? So what they will do either is use something like WordPress already, or they would build something like WordPress already, where an editor can go, write their news story, attach the images, click publish, and it will be published to the website. right? So that is what a content management system is. Now WordPress is one of the most popular content management system, and that is why we chose to use WordPress. So first of all, we'll begin at AWS. Since we learned AWS the last time and the video is up, I will be navigating quite quickly into the steps. So this will be a EC2 machine that we use. So this is my home. In this, I'll go to EC2. Let me know if the text is properly visible. I'll just try to make it larger for everybody to view. So what we'll do is we'll launch a new instance. We'll launch a new instance, launch instance like this. We will try to choose the minimum requirement so that it is eligible for free tier. You don't have to pay any extra charges on it. I seem to have a poor internet. Meanwhile, I'm open to questions about WordPress or maybe AWS EC2 itself. So in here, we'll go with Ubuntu machine. Ubuntu, just because the lot of documentation is already available for Ubuntu, and that is why I choose to use that. So this is free tier eligible. Let's go for it. It has 1 GB of memory, so it is going to be slow, but let's see if it works for our purpose or not. You will have to create a key pair for able to access it. If you have already created a key pair, go and use it. I'll assume that you have not, and that is why I'll create a key pair here named learning, something like learning. Okay, let it be a PEM file, create key pair. Okay, I won't change anything else other than allowing these two HTTPS and HTTP traffic to the website. Okay, I'll increase the size of this to something like 20 GB, so I'm able to have the OS and then some installation content as well. And then I'll just click on launch content. Hey Vimal, can you mute yourself? Yeah, thank you. He chose to leave, then mute himself. Okay, so the instances are here. It should be, it's pending now. So this is something that I created last night, and that is how I'm going to use it for our own Saigon website. Okay, this seems to be running now. So how do we connect to the machine that we have got? So we'll use something called as Termius. So Termius is what I feel is very convenient to use, and I have been using it for quite some time now. So I'll quickly bring up the interface here. So this is the interface for Termius. Okay, now in here we'll go and add a new host. At any point, if you find something not understandable, do let me know. So here I'll just place them side by side for a while. Okay, let's look at this. So this is our machine. I'll name it as learning. Save. This is the public IPv4 address. And we could use this, or we could go and use something like this, because I don't think this will change. This won't change. This won't keep changing if we restart the machine. So Saigon WordPress learning. I'll put the address here. Okay, then we'll let everything else be the same, and we'll set a key. We'll add a new key. This will be the file that we just downloaded from the key pair. It's called learning. Okay, import, just save it. Yeah, saved. Username would be Ubuntu. That's it. This is all the configuration that you need to do. Let's try to open it now. It has succeeded now. So we are in the machine. We will be able to run commands like these. Okay, So moving from here now, what we need to do is on this machine that we have already set up now, we need to install WordPress. How do we do that? So there's a very easy documentation, Ubuntu WordPress installation. Yeah. So just follow the standard one that I will show you. Just this one. This is the most. I was trying something else and it was not the best, but this is something that will be easy. So you need to do nothing. Just go and run these commands. So command 1. Let me know if you are able to follow or not follow. I'll be able to take questions while this is running. So is any part of the video that I showed so far is clear, not clear?
It is clear to me.
Okay. Akshat, how about you? Ravalika, how about you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. So the next command is this. Just copy entire thing, paste. Yes, because sorry. Yeah, why it is downloading this? I have my camera here. Okay, you will have to wait for these to run. Meanwhile, let's do this. We won't do like we'll just wait for this. What is it? 36%. Okay, so what do I want to do? What I want you to do after this is done? Just create any basic website. So it could be your own portfolio website. It could be your own blog website. I think I'll maybe something that can be in a completed, right? So usually what happens that when you start a website, let's say something like blog website, which I have done in my life many times, I start it and I never finish it, right? I'll create something but I'll never add content. It looks quite empty. So whatever you're building, build something complete. So if you're just doing a landing page for, let's say, a product, just do that. If you're doing your own portfolio website, just do that, right? So you write about yourself, what you do right now, and the projects that you have done, enter there and finish it. No, Snekha, AWS and GitHub are very different, and this particular session is for WordPress. So I think what you should do is you should look at the Git video first, then the AWS video next, and then look at this video. That will give you a better understanding on how to create your AWS account, go inside it, and do the setup.
Okay,
Yeah. Snekha, where are you based? दीदी अभी मत करिए, अभी मत करिए.
I'm
Sorry, somebody was yeah,
I'm
Snekha
from Chennai.
from Chennai. Okay.
I have one doubt, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, it told WordPress will not be using any of the programming languages. Then how it can be developed?
It is a software that is already built. It will give you a very drag and drop kind of interface. So this is the only part where some kind of code you have to write, or let's say you go and write some Linux commands. But after this, you will get an interface, a web-based interface. Let's say any website like Facebook, anything like that, right? You would get something an interface from where you can select your theme, you can select the sections or the components, the text you can change. So basically, what you see is what you get editor Viswig. Okay, so this is
Okay, so
go on.
like a built-in stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
So just run these commands. Do see your commands and get some understanding on what exactly doing. Since I have done it, I know what it is doing right now. So now it is downloading WordPress. So this is done now. The internet speed at AWS is very fast. So you don't have to worry about it. We have to create a file like this with following lines. Okay, so how do you create a file? People, if you don't already know, do something like sudo nano etc like this. Nano is a editor, text editor. I'll copy this from here. I'll do control V, paste. I'll do control X, I'll do Y, enter. So now that is saved to the file. I will now enable the website like this. Just run the commands in succession and look at the video if you get stuck somewhere. There's a high chance people get stuck at many places like these when something breaks. So I think look at the video first and then do it. Okay, so Apache is the web server that will host the content. Now I have got the machine here. Let me quickly go to the IPv4 address that is there and see what is being shown. If I do this, it will show me WordPress. Wow, I've already got the WordPress. Yeah, so this is probably the stage, but I think there's some configuration required right now for database. Exactly, so it uses MySQL database. So what we'll do is we have already installed MySQL database in our commands, so now we are going to go there and configure the database. So first go inside your root user. There is no root password already set, so go inside it like this. Now create the database that we need. So we did a session on MySQL. These are very simple commands, and let me set a password like which I'll delete immediately after. I'll do Sybon learning grant. Okay, so these are the permissions I'm granting to that DB. Enter. Okay, hold on. Yeah, so remove these, and that is what I mean, that you should know what you're running. That's it. All right, MySQL is set up. Now we'll have to go and configure WordPress to use the new account, new user that we configured on MySQL. Okay, so let's go and do this. Okay, now don't change anything here. Don't change anything here. But now in this one, when you paste it, you have to go and change the password that you created. Never use the default password. Always change it to something that is not guessable. Okay, I've got this. I'll go and look at these. Okay, this is now configured. I need to remove these files. Sorry, not these files, this particular lines, because this is default here. We will get a different key. So this is Control K. Okay, now we'll go here. It also tells you what to do exactly. So whatever I'm doing is written already on that tutorial. I'm just following the tutorial for you. Okay, this is fine. Control X, Y, enter. Okay, so this is now done. Now that you have seen it, it is already leaked. So do not show this content to anybody when you are doing these things. Okay, so this is done now. All right, so we are ready now. In record time, I guess. Okay, so we are here. Okay, let's see. Yeah, so I think the work that we needed to do on here is now not required. So okay, all right, I'll take a small pause here. I'm open to questions that you might have. Siddharam says there's network issue on my end. My voice is not audible to him. Is that the case? Is everybody facing the same issue? I'll change my network then.
No, sir.
Okay, perfect. Thank you guys. So Siddharam, maybe you can connect to your Wi-Fi or when it can change your mobile network. Purv, we won't use WordPress for the project that we are going to build. We'll build it from code, but we might use it for creating the landing pages, or you can use it to create your own portfolio, your own landing pages, any website that you need. Okay, so we are here now. Hopefully no questions as of now. I have just followed the tutorial that was there. I can provide you the link, or you can do the job yourself. Just do the same googling that I did and find the same link. Anyway, moving from there. Okay, what tool did I use? I used Termius. So go and you can use Termius. Just download this Termius. So you don't need to log in anything. I think rather than typing this, type Termius download, and it will give you the link. Windows, Mac, whatever it is. Sorry. Okay, so English, continue. All right, site title. Site title, let me just call it Saigon learning. Username, I'll just put it as Harish for myself. I'll use the default password that's here. Then I'll put my email. Okay. Install WordPress. It has now been done. I'll save the password because I didn't save it anywhere else. I'll log in. I have got it. This is now done. You have got a dashboard here, and if you just go to this particular link, you would see our website is already up. It's a default website. So now my goal was to make you reach till here so that you are able to see this, and from here there is a lot of guides that are already available on YouTube that you can do. What I'll show you a basic use of it. So let's say first of all I do not like what website I'm already seeing. Let me just try to go and change the theme of it. Sorry. Add new. There are a lot of themes that WordPress already has. You can go and use anything that you like. Let's say we were using any choices here, anything that you want to use, give me a name, I'll use that.
Let's use Cadence.
Cadence, all right, Cadence then it is. So install. So you could also preview it, how it looks like. So this is how Cadence will look. You can have content like these here. So just a small implementation, but you can almost create anything with any kind of theme. It is all about how much you are modifying it. So try to find a theme that goes to something that you want to, like at least has some kind of look and feel of what you want to build, and then do the customization. So that way, sorry Purv, you got a bit late. Okay, so we have got the website here, and this is probably how the website looks like. Let's see how the website looks like right now. I've applied the theme, so this is the Cadence theme applied. Sorry to disappoint you, Kajal. Was it Kajal? Sorry to disappoint you because that image did not come. So it won't copy the same website entirely here. Now you need to go and build your sections yourself. So on the header, let's say, have I got some kind of, yeah, I've got some kind of navigation here. So what I could do is I could add some kind of logo here. So let me see if I have a logo file, and I'll try to upload it. I'll drag and drop. I've got a big banner, but have I got a logo as well? Probably not. Okay, I do have one logo, but I don't think it will look quite good. Hopefully, no, so just like this. Okay, the logo has been put on the side. Obviously, look quite bad. So you would have got something that is has a bit more breadth than the height. Anyway, going back, let me just do a section here called general sidebar layout, footer. Nope, not footer. I want a hero section somewhere, and I'll move my phone a bit. General slide. Such as news, footer, header. Any header, I think we can have transparent header. Okay, you can also view how your screen would look like on a mobile. Anyway, suppose this is the content that I want to change. Let me just publish at this point. Go back to my dashboard. Okay, if I go here, if you look at the pages, all page. Okay, start a template plugin. Let's see what it does. Nice. I clicked on something I did not want to. Okay, so this is with Cadence. So actually what happens is all kind of themes would come with some templates that you can use. Maybe this is slightly new than when I tried it, and these are all pro. But let's say this is painting service is something that I wanted to do, and this is not paid, so I could go and apply this. right? So what I could do is import option. So I'll just import this complete website from everything like these, right? So I'll do a full site. I don't want to subscribe. Skip, start importing. Wow, this was lucky to find this. So you'll be able to find a lot of templates there. In my opinion, I think there'll be even for portfolio that we want to do. So that way you'll have a ready website. Now you go and change the colors that you want. Go and change the text, content, images, anything. Does it seem easy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Did you know of this earlier, Akshat, Kajal?
I knew of it, but I never tried.
Okay. Okay.
Just explore.
Yeah. All right. It has already been done. Let's look at our website. Wow. It looks beautiful, right? So you have this website ready. This is all your website. You did not write any code, right? Other than just writing those Linux commands. Now what I could do is I could edit the page. Okay. I could edit the page and do a lot of things like customizing it for my own self. So it looks like mine. If you don't know already, a lot of freelance jobs that were working around 10 years earlier, even right now, are still WordPress based jobs. But this is not what a WordPress, like a WordPress developer would definitely do this, but this is like 20%, first 20% of their work. The rest 80% would be customizations, and they would also write plugins, everything. Okay, so if I go here, why am I on this page? Home, it is taking me to some kind of content. So suppose I go to the bottom and see that this is written for, so do you need like reach out to us, something like you can write reach out to Saigon learning for any like whatever you want to write, right? So you can just write your own text. Suppose you want to write your number here, you could do that. So this is what I mean to show is you just that you can customize it. You can just change anything that you want to do. So this is already set right now. I could go and change this. This is just lorem ipsum. You can go and change it. So anything that you want to change. So background colors, anything, any area I want to change. Let's say this section and this particular image. I want to, I think advanced gallery. Okay, is this? I could move it. Wow, this is a good data. But I could replace this image. If I look at this, something like replace images there. Advanced gallery, transform to. Okay, just hold on a second. How can I change the image here? So this is gallery. Okay, so this what they have done is they have built a gallery. In that gallery they have added an image. Let me see. This is itself a gallery anyway, I think. Yeah. Replace, yeah. So this is how we'll replace. So you'll go and change the image. That is, you can upload your own image from here, or you can open your media library and see all the images from there. Can we inspect the HTML CSS of WordPress site? 100% you can do that. You can inspect the HTML CSS of any website that you have got, unless it is server side rendered. Even in that case, you can do it. Yeah, so this is your website. So I will update it. Yeah, okay. Let me see if I can go and change the logo of the website. So if I go to this page now, refresh, this website is there. If I go to the bottom section, you can see my number is there and the text is now Saigon learning. So you can go and customize anyhow. If I go back to WordPress, this one, if I look at pages, appearance, cadence, customize. Let me do customize. Will it take me the same view, or could I see more templates? Starter templates, yeah. Okay, there's a sidebar now for cadence. There's a sidebar item for cadence, and you can go and choose a starter template that you want. So suppose somebody wants to do, I'll just do free as of now, free only. Let's see what are free. There are multiple free. There is something for influencer or somebody who is want to create his own portfolio website. You can choose something like this. Anything for your company websites, for blogs, a lot of options. I think it's a huge mind which you can go and explore yourself how what you want to do. Suppose you want to go and change it to a product website, you can just do this. You do this. Yeah, delete previously. Skip start importing. Seems easy so far.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, how about the other people who are here? Let's say Karthik, Purv, Selva.
Yes, sir. Yeah, it's clear.
Okay, okay. Can you do
Yes,
it? Do you think you can do it on your own self? Can you do it on your own self? Do you think?
yeah.
Okay, okay, great. Okay, so I'll just wait for this to complete. Okay, but there's one other caveat which is pending, is that this URL that you are getting is a IP that has been assigned by AWS. So if you restart this machine, this IP will be gone. So what do you do? So we will see the concept of elastic IP in AWS quickly before. Okay. So what is going to happen if you restart this machine? This IPv4 address will be gone. Now to solve that problem, what you need to do is you need to go to this elastic IPs here. Let me know if you are able to follow. Go here, then this I have created already. I will create one more IP address in this same region. This is pool of IPv4 addresses, no tag, allocate. I just created a new IP. I have got this IP 15206. Okay, now what I'll do is I'll choose this. In actions, I'll go allocate IP address, and it will ask me which instance or network interface we want to do it to. I'll choose an instance and I'll choose learning. Associate. So once I have associated it, what is happening? You are going to have a lot of issues. I'll tell you what I mean. So the IP address for learning, let's click on it, has now changed, and it will cause a problem with your WordPress installation. Now this is the part of a video which you should see very clearly, because it's not very easy to go and fix it. Okay, so what happens is the first time you log in into your into your WordPress saves the IP address of the machine. Okay, so now that the IP address has changed, if I try to go to my same IP address before, I think it might work, not work, I'm not sure, depending on if AWS is doing it. But since I've assigned this IP address, new IP address, I should be able to go here, right? Let's try to do that. Oh, nice background here. Okay, so not loading, right? You will be stressed why it's not loading. You'll do WP-admin. So okay, one thing that I did not tell about so far is that if you want to go to the admin page, you do this /WP-admin. That is true for all the WordPress websites out there. And this is the IP address where your website will be available. Okay, so you are not able to do it. So far is it clear for everybody? Okay, so now that you have got this IP, you've got a problem. WordPress does behave that way, and see, you have got a timeout, your website is not loading. So let's do this. And what is the IP address I was going to? This one, right? So I will take this IP address first of all. I'll go back to my terminus. Okay, I will log into that machine, do SSH there, and correct the database for MySQL. Okay, I'll go here first of all, go here and change, like this thing will still work, but since you have attached a elastic IP there, you can change the elastic IP to this. Go and log into that machine. I am inside that machine now. Okay, so I'm inside this machine now. What I will need to do is I will so there is a MySQL running inside it. I could go and connect to that MySQL and go and change all the IP addresses that are there, and there are a lot of resources around how to do that. Let me show you. This is a very popular issue. Let's do this. EC2 elastic IP. WordPress, something like not working. Okay, WordPress and EC2 broken after assigning Elastic IP. So it does still tell what happens. Your WordPress admin is already associated with a public DNS that was there earlier. This is because when you have logged into WP admin console, you have created a new admin user. This information with respect to your this. What can you do? You can log into WordPress MySQL and update all the references to the public DNS to Elastic IP. Once it is done, you will be able to connect the WP admin from the static IP. Alright, so these are the two things. There are some commands as well. This possible duplicate, I think this is the main one. Yeah, this is what you need to do and it will start working. But there is, let me try to do this one. Okay, I'll just try to see the history. I've got okay. Okay, we are in here now. Let me copy the query from here and we will see that if we just do this, no database, use, people are joining right now. Okay, use WordPress and let's run this command. If you see here, the IP is the old one that we had, correct? It is the old IP that we had. It is not the new IP that we have assigned. So we need to change it first of all. So to do that, just use this command. So I need to get the new IP again. So new IP is here. Okay, changed one, so the change have been applied. Now if I go to my IP address again like this, my website should first of all load. It loads fast now. Why is it the old website that we had? I think we broke something there. Anyway, just not worry about it. WP admin, it again works, but I have lost my password that was there. Let me see. WordPress. Dot was it? Yeah, I think this is the one. Okay, I am back in here now. So I've got my access back. I'm able to do anything that I want to do here. So what we were trying to set the cadence blocks. Is this a different interface? Why is the Saigon learning, right? So appearance, yeah. So okay, so with that command we were able to fix that issue. Though there is some problem now which I will show you. If you go to dashboard and if you go to your like this, you'll click on visit site, command visit site. You see it is still taking to the old website. So there are still references to the old website which are here. So now to solve it in a way that you don't have to run these commands yourself, what we'll try to install is something called as PHPMyAdmin. PHPMyAdmin is a web interface to your MySQL database. So Ubuntu install PHPMyAdmin. Now PHPMyAdmin, I promise you PHPMyAdmin is the last thing you want to install there, and when you are done there won't be a lot of why we got server can't be reached out. We got server can't be reached out because the old IP has been unassigned right now. The old IP, this was the old IP that AWS had, and because we have added an Elastic IP, it has unassigned this particular old IP. So now we need to install this. Install. Okay. Let's do this. Should be a quick one. Are you able to follow so far? Selva?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So we'll quickly go and run these commands. I'll exit it from here. Okay, copy. Same job. Copy, paste, copy, paste. I have got another 13 minutes to finish. Okay, this is 560 kbps. I think this machine that we created has less network bandwidth, but okay, so let's see. Okay, Apache is what I am configuring it to, because Apache is the server. So I just pressed space there. This is what you need to do. Press space, it will select it, and press enter. So it will already configure Apache there. I think when it is done, I should be able to access that page. Just choose the default. Just choose the default. Okay, so this is done. Hopefully now, if we go to this, where is my machine? If I go to this address and click here and do something like PHPMyAdmin, it will load up the page. It luckily does. So I will try to enter here the password that I added for DB. I think that should, ooh, wow. No, does not work. Wow. It is not Harish, right? It is something else. It is something else. What is it? What was the username for the database that we created? Let us try to find from here. From here. If anybody can answer me before, great.
I guess Saibon.
No. No. It was. I just copied it from here, so it is in WordPress. Okay, I am inside it now. Great. Job well done. So we go inside WordPress now, and let's look at what we might have missed. Okay, wow. There are a lot of tables now. If I was not putting that template, it would have been very small tables. So I think I know where I need to go. I will close it again. So you see these ones, yeah. You see this is wrong, right? So I take this 242, right? By the way, PHPMyAdmin is something you can install on your own machine. So the way people use MySQL Workbench, you can use PHPMyAdmin the same way. It does the same job. Okay, I do need to check. So do this part of assigning elastic IP before you are done with I think this one fine. Let me go to posts. Yeah. Okay, these are all wrong. So anyway, guys, that's the meaning of it. You have to go and change it in your DB when you install it. Once you change it, everything will work perfectly. Or you could assign your elastic IPs before you do the WordPress installation. So people who will watch the video till so far would now know that before doing the WordPress installation, the commands that you have run, they need to first of all add the elastic IP to the machine and then start doing the WordPress installation. They won't face this issue at all. But I'll still say definitely install PHPMyAdmin, because that will give you an idea about how WordPress is maintaining its data. This is how everybody does it. So this is how WordPress is doing it. So download log, there's no download log as of now. Admin notes, there are many admin notes, right? So all the content goes here. If you see, users are here, post, the content that you post there, the pages that are there would be here. So this is how it maintains. But anyway, I think this is what I wanted to show you today. The intent is that you are able to create your own website. I would want you all and the people who watch this video to at least create their own portfolio website using WordPress, and it shouldn't be a problem. Let's is all right. So right now I'm open to all the questions that you might have. I'm reading the chat if anybody is writing there. Otherwise, we'll finish the call in next 2 minutes. Okay, I'll stop the recording now.